Alright, so what we're going to do here is a lot of people have been asking me about ADS and how to control ADS. It seems to be a pretty common question because there's only one ADS in the entire game. It's not fixed to be able to individual weapons. It's just set for all weapons use the same ADS speed, and that's not very reasonable for like a realistic type game if that's what you're trying to create. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to make it to where each weapon will have its own ADS speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right to it, like always. Go to Blueprints, Data Assets, Weapon Settings Data, PDA Weapon Settings Data. Okay, we're going to create a variable. If you don't know how to create a variable, well then you're in deep trouble, my friend. But we'll make it easy for you. Just follow me. So you create a variable, call it ADS speed. Create the type as a float. Now that that's created, go over to the default category here and rename this to ADS. And that way it's up top, or if it's not up top, just drag it up top by clicking ADS and dragging it up top. That way you can find it really fast. Compile, so you can set a default value. Make that 0.1 or 0.01. That's of a second. 1 would be 1 second, like 1 second would be 1.0. But we don't want that because that's extremely slow, correct? So we're going to go 0.01. That would be 0.01. Now that we got that, we're going to go into Blueprints, Character Data, BP Player Character. In here, we're going to go to the aiming code right here. You're going to drag all of this over like so. And then you're going to make this bigger, so you can have some room for what we're about to do. We're going to move all of that down. And you're going to highlight all of these bottom ones to down here. For the sake of making it pretty, let's just copy these two nodes and paste them down here. And let's just run that to there and then run that to there. Or let's get rid of that one first. That way it's not in the way, so it looks better, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do now is we're going to set timer by event like this. You're going to connect this to here, and you're not going to connect anything on the other end. You're just going to leave it like that. What we're going to do is come off of this, and we're going to create custom event. We're going to call this control ADS speed. Okay. Now you're going to run this up to this on begin aiming. Make you a little reroute node to make it look nice. Okay. Now, we're probably going to need some room, so we'll move this over here like that, because we'll probably need a little bit of room. Now what we're going to do is we got to go over here to your components in the top left, and we're going to get the inventory system right here, like so. We're going to get current weapon. Get the current weapon. Off of it, get settings data. Move it up here. Off of it, get ADS speed. There we are. Now you're going to plug that into the time of the event. Okay. Then you're going to copy this. And then you're going to go down to this timeline, because this timeline is what plays the FOV. So plug that into the new time as well. There we go. Now we should be able to be completed as far as the ADS goes. Let me explain how this is working. First we have to, so if we hit play right now, let me show you. Right now it should be really fast. See, super fast. Now switch weapons, still fast. Okay. Now let's go over here to the FPS, Blueprints, Data Assets, Weapon Settings Data, and I want to change the assault rifle's ADS speed, which is we have it at the top. See where I said move to the top so you can find it real fast? Right now it's at the default that we set in there, which was 0.01. But what we're going to do, let's just make it 1 second, okay? And then compile and then hit play. Now when I hit the button, it's going to take forever. It's just like you're holding it down and it's going to take a second. So when I hit the button, see it took 1 second to zoom in. Now if I hit my pistol, it's still instant because it's individual weapons now. So if you want to change it a little bit faster than 0.1, so I'd put 0.23, or that'd be a little bit slower than I think 0.1. So let's see what it does. That's a little bit slower. That'd be more like a bolt action or something. And that's how you do it. But you can't put it as 0 if you think 0 is going to work. So like if you put 0.0 in there, sometimes it won't do anything. It has to have a value, which is why I put see, like I'm hitting the button right now, it's on 0, it does nothing. So you're going to have at least a 0.001 value. That's going to be like extremely like fast, like almost instant. But you're not going to be instant because of the animation, but you get what I'm saying. Like that's about as fast as you're going to get it. And that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.